You want to support me? Go to Nene Marie 37 on IG and purchase a signed copy of my book. That's how you support me. Make sure you smash that like button. Go right now and follow me on TikTok at Trenches News 3837. That's my only TikTok. Yo, it's your boy Trenches News, and I'm back at y'all with another one. Appreciate all love support. Thanks for everyone who subscribed to the channel. If you ain't subbed to my channel, make sure you do. Make sure you join the membership. Shout out to all my mods. If you ain't follow my mods, you can follow their ads at the end of the video. Remember, if you got anything extra, I said extra, not food, hygiene, clothes, bag it up, take it outside, and give it to the less fortunate. Remember, we all one step away from being homeless. I don't care how much money you got or you think you got. Mother Nature could come and destroy everything, and now you homeless. So make sure you get back. With that being said, let's say the kids, the women, the elderly, the neutrons, and the civilians. It's Saturday, y'all. Make sure you keep your head on the swivel. Remember, CPD can't save you or your local police department, so make sure you know where your kids are and your surroundings. If you got kids out there, nieces, nephews, claiming hats, dissing the dead, woofing on the internet, make sure you get life insurance on them so you can bury them properly and won't have to go fund me. All right, y'all, I got one story for y'all today. We talking about Larry Hoover, and I know y'all seen 1090 Jake yesterday pull out old paperwork from 1963 on Larry Hoover, telling police that two men had shot him. Make sure y'all smash that like button so this video can get around. If you got Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, Twitch, Facebook Market, Bayzoo, hook it up. All right, so we got 1090 Jake came out with a video yesterday saying that Larry Hoover was a snitch and that he snitched on two guys that shot him. Now, the guy that was supposedly shot him, that was in the newspaper that was saying that he was arrested 57 years ago, he has spoken. His name is James Highsmith, and he with Project Hood, and he say that Larry Hoover never snitched on him. In fact, it didn't happen that way. They described it. None of it. I refuse to rehitch something that happened 57 years ago. Stop it. So, 1090 Jake, he just really played with some real fire for 153,000 views. Now, Larry Hoover, he just got pardoned by Trump, and he trying to come home to see his family, his kids. He ain't seen none of his kids. He been locked up. In fact, for things that he don't even know nothing about, that the GD's been saying that it's in his name, and in his name that they killing people, and his name that they shooting at police officers, and his name that they selling drugs, and he ain't getting none of the money. He ain't seeing nothing off of it, but he's sitting in a cell for all the crimes that's being committed. The federal government has said it. Now, I don't know who gave 1090 Jake or who led him the way towards the paperwork, but I can say, back then, from talking to my father, back then, you had police officers who would tamper with the paperwork, who would tamper with the news reporters, and shock you, electric shock, like torture you. We got a lot of cops that's in Chicago. All you got to do is do your homework, man. That was torturing people, that was switching around the paperwork, false coursing people to say that they killed somebody or they got shot, or and then Larry Hoover, he would have been the highest of his gang, right? So what make it not hey, Larry Hoover, he had said that these guys shot him. Now that make your ops think something, and that make your gang who look up to you try to stir away from you. So it must have been back then, Jake, if you couldn't read between the lines, it must have been like nobody cared about it. Like Highsmith said, the person who was supposed to shot him. Man, that's all bullshit. We know what the law trying to do back then. They trying to divide us. It's already one thing that we killing each other, but you got to look at the time. It was racism. You know what I'm talking about? Like they started to protect the community, but then when they seen a little bit of money, they start fighting over it. You know what I'm talking about? They start fighting over who get the most. Instead of all coming together as one, they broke off into branches and started fighting with each other. I think Larry Hoover would be a good addition to the streets, to talk to the youth, to talk to the older people who these kids is, and they look up to Larry Hoover. So hopefully that'll make them get on their shit with their kids, get in their kids' life. You know what I'm talking about? If the killing in the street don't stop. It might don't stop. But it'll calm down, man. I'm telling you, man. It'll calm down, bro. Because you got a lot of people who really look up to this guy. Who will listen. Hey, look, it's one thing to be a dummy and not listen to a person who done did it already. He done did everything, bro. He done sailed in the game. He done tried to jump in politics. And he went to jail for 52 years. He been in jail. He been in jail ever since he was 20-something years old, man. He ain't had no childhood. He been a leader since he was 18 of a gang. So, and probably before that. So, I just say, man, you playing with fire tonight, Jake. Highsmith, the guy who was supposed to shot him and went to jail, he in Project Hood, like I said, man, and he said that it never happened like that, and he want Larry Hoover to come home, man. So, hey, Jake, now I ain't knocking you now. You doing journalism. It is a news report that confirm what you saying. So, a person can't knock you for even, attempting this. They can't knock you because it said in a news report, and if you go off a news report, then it's like you going off facts, you would think. But that's not the case always. You know what I'm talking about? Now, you will get sued for defamation and all that. So they got to go off facts. Back then, it wasn't no defamation of character. It wasn't none of that. You know what I'm talking about? So it's different times than it is now. Hey, Jake, I fuck with your content, bro. Like, you be like the way you're set up and, the way you be coming and your stories, the way you break it down, bro. But I'm just going to say, man, that $153,000 wasn't even worth this, brother. And then I must say, 1090 Jake, what you did after you got out of jail is you informant. You told the police, you met with the police, they used your videos and tapes off YouTube, and you told them that people was in jail. They had drugs, they had cell phones, and they was doing all type of illegal shit in jail. Well, jail is the streets. Prisons is the streets. And you told on people that was in prison. And you got them RICO. They end up getting RICO. Byron Blake got the paperwork. I'm just doing journalism, man. Byron Blake, if y'all want to see that paperwork, he got it. And you can't dispute that. If you say you a street dude, then you know that the jails is the streets. But y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think. I will be going live, man. I will be going live tonight. We're going to be going over this. We're going to be going over the 7 people shot at the prom. Condolences to the people who was injured. It's crazy. Can't even go on prom, man. Police ain't never around. CPD can't save. When I say that, I be real. Hey, shout out to Made Media Magazine. Shout out to the mods and all the mod squad, man. Make sure y'all keep on pushing, keep on dropping your content, man. Let's save the kids. I really think that Larry Hoover, man, he deserved to get out, man, and right his wrongs. If nothing else, man, he made it. So whatever you built, you can destroy. You know what I'm talking about? Like my mom used to say, I brought you in this world, now I take you out. I just feel the same way about this, man. Hey, my man is my 9. I'm out.